I am your TYBW. Welcome to this new video. Today we are covering the first episode of the Bleach final season or Thousand Year Blood War arc or Blood Warfare. Call it the way you want. With that being said, I did read the manga to the end, so I do know where everything goes and where everything leads to. And I was excited for the anime to come back and adapt this rushed ending of this manga I love so much. And guess what? The first episode is out and I liked it a lot. For copyright issues and stuff, I will not showcase picture or footage or anything. I don't take any chance with that kind of stuff. With that being said, I will try my best to be entertaining and informative about what's going on with this episode, and I will try my best. Well, I should say, I will not spoil what the anime doesn't show yet. I will only speak about what happened in the first episode. And yeah, let's do this. This first episode starts off with the tale of someone gaining powers after 90 years, 9 years, 9,900, lots of number, too many maths for me, too much maths for me. Yeah, so I know what all of this means because I did read the manga. And I am glad they started off this arc or this new season with this long tale because I think this tale happened and occurred too late in the story. Now, I have small complaints and issues here and there. Nothing major because this episode was a blast and I liked it from start to finish despite the few issues here and there. We get to meet the captain of division number 12, Kurotsushi. We already know him because he is the captain since the start of this series, even if Kisuke Urara was basically the previous captain of this division. Since we know Kurotsushi is basically the captain of Division 12, and I will butcher names. Very sorry about that. Now they get to learn about a lot of Hollow just vanishing, disappearing. Too many, too fast. And this will create something Soul Society doesn't want. Lack of balance. Because if too many soul are in the Soul Society will destroy Earth. And if too many souls are on Earth, Earth will destroy Soul Society. That's why Shinigami were basically monitoring Hollow, Soul, and this is why they always need to know what's going on there. If too many souls die down there on Earth, this would mean the end of the world. Now we also get to learn about something going on in one of the districts of the Soul Society. A lot of soul also vanished there. Mystery. I do like the mystery, and on my first reading of the arc, I was excited, and guess what? I was also, at that time, I was reading weekly, so I was excited to learn more about this. And this episode did great job explaining without telling too much. And they did adapt like I think 2.5 chapter or 3 chapter. So one episode equal like roughly 2.5 chapters, maybe 3. So a lot of content for one episode, and I think it was well handled. There's no pacing issue, it doesn't feel forced. So this first episode felt like a panel to panel adaptation of the manga. And this is great. I like that a lot. Now, let's speak about the world of the living. Guess what? Over there we got the bad Shinigami, the bad Soul Reaper that was there during Aizen invasion. The guy with the afro, I don't remember his name. He basically tell to two new Soul Reaper, two new Shinigami, look guys, now this is your job to protect Karakura. And they are wondering why. Ichigo is like the very strong substitute Shinigami that basically protect Karakura. Why does he need me or us? And then they explain later, well, it's because they want to make his life easier and having more people make the job being done faster, which is interesting here. On that rooftop, we had much more hollow than in the manga, because at some point we got hollow, a lot of hollow, and both substitute, or I should say both Shinigami, the really weak ones, they fight a lot of hollow. And one of them is basically out of commission, out of battle. And then, guess who appears? Our favorite team of four. Ichigo, Inoue, Chad Sato, and Ryu Ishida, the best team ever. Guess what? Animation, great. I like it. That fight scene was great. It was short, and it showcased the power level of that team of four. But here comes my first issue with this episode. I can't remember if in the manga that was like that, but Chad basically throw a punch and destroy one of the hollow by throwing him into another building, damaging the building with the mark of his punch. I know it looks cool, but it's not really heroic, you know? You could injure people, you could kill people by just throwing monster into buildings. I think it was flashy for the sake of being flashy. But here again, if the manga has the same issue, I would have the same issue with the manga. It's not because it's in the anime or in the manga that I will have issue or not. I think that it's over the top. It's just for being impressive, you know? It's not really heroic. It's the same thing with Man of Steel when they basically fight when Superman and Zod fight each other in Metropolis and they destroy everything. I don't like that kind of stuff. It's not really heroic. It doesn't feel like Superman, you know? But that's just a small issue there. The fight is still great despite my small issue. Now, we got a second very small issue here. Maybe it's not an issue. You may say issue or not. On my website, I don't know if other website have it another way, but on my website there was no opening credit. There was no opening song. There was music in these scenes, but it's not really an opening. And usually in anime you get opening and ending. Now it's minor, it's small, but it's still something I would have liked to see. Or like clip it somewhere. Like I don't know if it's my website or if it's the episode. If it's the episode, man, something is missing. I watch an anime. I want to see an opening. I want to hear music opening. Even if I liked the music during that whole scene with the action, that was some kind of throwback to the past. I liked it. But something was missing, the opening. Here again, maybe it's just my website. Now, Inoue does her Inoue stuff. She saved both Soul Reaper from a dead situation. That's very interesting. Then they wake up, they reunite 2 days later, and we get more of the investigation where basically Ikaku and Yumichika both investigate people disappearing in the Rokongai, and they're like, oh, they kidnap each other, they abduct, abduct, abduct. Maybe it's the word. Sorry, I said I would butcher stuff. I just did. They basically kidnap each other in the Rokongai or something. Very interesting stuff. Now, let's speak about something very interesting again. We get someone that wears an Arankar mask. An Arankar mask. And he wants to fight Ichigo. And guess what? This time around, they are above a river. So they don't destroy buildings, and they feel much more heroic than Chad destroying creature through buildings, you know? That fight was cool. And then we have the Arankar-like guy teasing Ichigo, saying, look, Ichigo, you're weak. Show me your Bankai. And at some point, Ichigo is like, yeah, let's do this. I will go Bankai. And at the same time, we learn Sasakibe, the lieutenant, the assistant captain of the first division, the strongest division among the 13. We are not speaking about Squad 0. We are speaking about the 13. That assistant captain died. And he tells us they can steal our Bankai. And now Ichigo uses his Bankai, and now for some reason, it's unknown so far. I do know the reason, because I did read the manga. But in the anime, so far we don't know why, but they are not able to steal Ichigo Bankai, even if they were able to steal Sasakibe Bankai. Now Genryusai, the head captain, is angry because he lost his men. And he wants revenge. And the Quincy all run away. Because they do like, or they do look like Quincy with their arrow and stuff. Now I will mention my second small issue, but this was also an issue that was there in the manga. Sadly, we did not see Sasakibe engaging and doing a fight against these villains that killed him. I'm really sad about that. Sasakibe dying meant a lot for Ed Captain, and that was interesting. In the story, it's fine, it's good. I'm fine with Sasakibe dying. But I don't really like the fact that we had no really good fight with Sasakibe. Most of the time, he's chilling and looking at the others. We never really see Sasakibe going into fights. And it's sad because guess what? The only thing I will remember about Sasakibe is Ichigo just destroying him, white out his Zanpakuto after he just gained his Bankai. This is the only memory of Sasakibe into fights. Yeah, this is very sad. I could understand in the manga, you're like, we are out of time, but right now we are in the anime. Now, maybe in the future they may fix it through flashbacks and stuff. I'm still disappointed here. I wanted to see Sasakibe fight. If future episode show us this fight, I take away what I just said here. But if they don't, this will remain. I don't like people getting killed off screen. Now you'll tell me, oh, he died on screen. Yes, but we don't know how this happened and how he fought. That's for me off screen because all we know is, look, they are strong enough to take out Sasakibe. It's cool, but I mean, I want to see what happened, you know? Now, Genryosai is like, okay, we are in war now. These people declared war on us, and obviously, Ichigo destroy his opponent. And at the end, we get to meet someone with a mustache, black hair, mustache, and stuff. He's like, yeah, you fell, so I will cut your arm. This is dark. And we get to meet that individual. And that individual is like, I don't like war. But guess what? You did trade war. So, yeah. First episode of something I am looking forward to review each single week. I liked my time. That was a really good episode. Now, I don't know how I should grade everything. Usually, I review TV shows and movies. And this is very different. It's not anime. Anime is something else. And I think it was a solid episode. Maybe A, if I would grade it. A. Like alpha. There's no plus here because I had issues. But it deserves A, I think. A is something that sounds good. Maybe it's B plus. I don't know. What did you think of this first episode of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War arc? Are you excited to see what happened next? I know I am. Even if I did read the manga, I've heard Tite Kubo is around to help out, changing a few things. I am looking forward to see what Tite Kubo will change, if he change anything. And I will say this before we leave. I am actually surprised because it's really gore. The manga is clearly gore, but the anime usually they are not that graphic. I remember in the Soul Society arc, Ichigo, or no, Gin cut off Jidambo arm. In the manga, the entire arm was cut off. And in a way, used their power to patch up the arm. But the entire arm sliced. And it fell. In the anime, it was just a cut. A really bad cut, but that was just a cut. The arm didn't fall down. That was just a cut. So that's why I'm surprised. Here we got someone that got his arm chopped off. And that's good. It's not a complaint. That's actually surprising coming from the anime because the anime usually they are softer because it's animation. It's not manga, you know. These are color, you know. That being said, I wish you all a great day. Cannot wait for the next episode we will get. Take care.